We're calling this a community conversation. It's focused on University Boulevard between the Capitol Beltway and Piney Branch Road. It's actually the third in a series of community conversations we've been doing that have been focusing on different growth corridors throughout the plan area. These have been conversations where we are really focusing on sort of zooming in on specific geographies and identifying, what should the future of this area look like? How can we improve ways that people get around? And then also really focusing on parks and community facilities in that specific area. We've been really intentional about designing these to be interactive and fun. And so there are a lot of sort of materials and fun ways that we're getting people involved in participating. So community input is just an extremely important part of this process. We can do a lot of analysis as planners on our own. We have a lot of data to look at. And we really need to understand a lived experience of people who walk these streets every day, who have tried to bike them and maybe see where we need to have improvements, who drive here, who use the schools and community centers, and who live here and can tell us about what we need to look at and improve. They have a real lived experience that we just can't, we can't get that through data. We really have to talk to people. We have to understand what's important to them. I think, this plan area is extremely diverse, and I think different communities want different things. So it's been really helpful to sort of focus these conversations in a particular geographic area so we really get feedback that is nuanced and specific to that place. This is our final community conversation of this series, but we will be doing more engagement sort of throughout the summer and then also in the early fall. And we'll be continuing to ask community members to participate in that as we get closer to developing preliminary recommendations. Once we have those, which those will be available probably sort of towards the end of the year. We'll be sharing those with the community and asking them for their feedback. So that's really the next step. Then we share that with the planning board. And then after that, the next step is really a full draft of the plan. Again, we're going to continue to sort of have these community conversations so that we can hear from the community about what works, what doesn't. And then ultimately, when it's a planning board and then also county council, there are opportunities for public testimony for community members.